What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, this narrative, this false narrative that's being placed out there, that Gervonta Tank Davis was out of shape when he competed in that video clip sparring session, the second sparring session with Devin Haney, has been exposed. They said that Gervonta Tank Davis was out of shape, hence the reason why he slowed down. Devin Haney then picked up the pace, and then that's why Gervonta Tank Davis quit. He didn't quit because Devin Haney made him quit. He quit because he got tired, because he was out of shape. Well. We're going to talk about three things here that completely debunks that notion. He was out of shape? No, sir. Gervonta Tank Davis had a fight, okay, just weeks before. Nonetheless, he could have gotten out of shape a month before or so. He could have gotten out of shape in that time, right? But everybody says he just got off the plane, he was out of shape, he was drinking, so on and so forth, right? That's why he wasn't able to close the show. Well, do you know, in that short sparring clip that we see, he's actually on par throwing the same amount of punches as he typically throws when he's actually in the fight. How do you know that, Blue? Because against Hector Garcia in an 8-round fight, 8 rounds against Hector Garcia, he threw a total of slightly over 300 punches. In 8 rounds against Hector Garcia, he threw slightly over 300 punches. The highest round he had, he actually threw 45 punches in the last round, right? Because he saw Hector Garcia was on the verge of getting him up out of there, right? Against Ryan Garcia, he threw in 7 rounds, he threw a total of 206 punches combined. In 7 rounds, he threw 206 punches, right? Now, keep in mind, he's completely in shape for Hector Garcia and Ryan Garcia. These were the 2 fights that he was in the best shape of his life, not ballooning up in weight in between fights and in between camps, and not partying and enjoying the fruits of his labor, staying on weight, staying on par, right? Both fights in 2023. Ryan Garcia in April, Hector Garcia in January. Or let's reverse it. Hector Garcia in January 7th, Ryan Garcia, April 22nd. So both in the same year. He didn't allow himself to get out of shape, right? So these were actual fights that he was competing in complete shape, correct? He threw, again, slightly over 300 punches against Hector Garcia because it went an extra round. Ryan Garcia went 7 rounds. Hector Garcia went 8 rounds. He threw a total of 40 punches, over 40 punches in the 8th round against Hector Garcia. How do you know this, Blue? I'm going to show you the proof, right? So the notion that Gervonta Tank Davis was out of shape when he sparred Devin Haney, that's why he quit, that's why Devin Haney started to pick up the pace and get the best of him, is a lie. Here we go. Hector Garcia, Gervonta Tank Davis, okay? In the 8th round, right? Punches landed and thrown. In the 8th round, as you see, punches landed, punches thrown. In the 8th round, he threw 46 punches in the 8th round and landed 30, right? A high 65% of his punches landed in that round, right? As you can see, Gervonta Tank Davis, Hector Garcia punch stats, right? So in round 1, he threw 15 punches. In round 2, he threw 24. He landed 3 in round 1, 3 out of 15. Round 2, 6 out of 24. Round 3, 3 out of 23. Round 4, 18 out of 35. Round 5, 13 out of 32. Round 6, 13 out of 35. Round 7, 13 out of 29. Round 8, 30 punches out of 46. And that's when the fight ended. Hector Garcia threw 7 punches in the 8th round and only landed 1. The fight was over from that moment forward, okay? That was his high, 46 punches. Now you look at him and Ryan Garcia, right? His high in that round, in that fight, was the 6th round. He threw 10 out of 20. He threw 25 punches and landed 10 out of 25. Round 7, when he stopped Ryan Garcia, he threw 7 punches and landed 5. Round 5, he threw 18 punches and landed 4. Round 4 was the second highest with 21 punches thrown, only landed 9. Round 3 was the third highest, 19 punches, landed 3, right? So in that fight, he landed slightly over 30 punches, 300 punches. 206 punches against Ryan Garcia, a little bit over 300 against Hector Garcia, right? And everybody said the reason that Devin Haney made him quit was because he was out of shape and got tired. Lies. Go back and watch the clips that don't include the rounds that Devin Haney got the best of him and the punches thrown in the rounds that Devin Haney got the best of him. This is a 1:40 clip. In this 1:40 clip, you can see Gervonta Tank Davis threw a total of 72 punches in that clip alone. That clip don't include anything or any rounds that Devin Haney had that got the best of Gervonta Tank Davis, that he actually threw punches in that round as well. So it's safe to say he threw well over 70 punches in this sparring session. Well over 70 punches, right? Because in this clip alone, he threw 72 punches. In this clip alone. And this is only 1:40. They sparred for 25 to 30 minutes, according to everybody that was there. 25 to 30 minute sparring. So this is only a 1:40 clip. So out of that 1:40, he throws 72 punches. So to tally up the rest means that he was on par. You don't think he threw at least another 100 punches? If he threw 72 punches in this one clip, he threw 206 punches in 7 rounds against Ryan Garcia. In 7 rounds, 206 punches thrown. In 7 rounds against Ryan Garcia. He threw 72 punches in this one clip alone against Devin Haney, and it don't include the other times where Devin Haney was getting the best of him and the punches he was throwing in those rounds. Just because Devin Haney was getting the best of him don't mean he wasn't throwing punches. So it doesn't highlight when Devin Haney was getting the best of him and what punches he was throwing in those rounds. Or was Devin Haney getting so much of the best of him that he was just inactive? So to say he was out of shape is the reason why Devin Haney got the best of him and he threw in the towel and quit is a lie, because he is actually on par. He threw 206 punches total in the fight with Ryan Garcia in 7 rounds, and he was in tip-top shape. Actually, the best shape of his life is what they said. And you can see it. Why? How do we know that to be the truth? Because he didn't allow himself to balloon up in weight in between fights for the Ryan Garcia, Hector Garcia fights. He has a low output. Right? So you don't see him throwing 1,000 punches anyway. He's calculated with the amount of punches that he throws. So if he threw 206 punches total against Ryan Garcia in 7 rounds, slightly over 300 punches, with a round he threw 46 punches in 1 round. That's half of a hundo. So he threw 46 punches in 1 round, the last round against Hector Garcia. That pushed him over 300. Because if he don't throw that high of over 40 punches in 1 round, that he felt that he was going to get Hector Garcia out of there, then guess what? He's on par with his typical number of just slightly over or just mid 200 to 250 punches. In this clip against Devin Haney, the clip that's 1:40 long, you can see that he actually threw 72 punches or more. There's some punches that you can't even see him throwing because of the camera angle. So he threw over 72 punches in this 1:40 alone. That debunks the entire notion that he was tired and fatigued because he was out of shape, and that's the reason why he quit and Devin Haney won the sparring session. And he couldn't knock him out because he was tired. So now it begs the question, because he couldn't knock out Devin Haney in that sparring session, and he was attempting to knock out Devin Haney. Don't get it twisted. What happens in a real fight if he gets tired? and shoots his load. See, he wasn't out of shape. No, he shot his load trying to get Devin Haney out of there and couldn't. And I know people going to say, well, Adrian Broner jumped in the ring and the referee would have stopped it. But in all actuality, when you actually slow it down and you look at the punches, he didn't land all those punches. He was very active. He was very aggressive, but he didn't land all those punches. Now, he did land some beautiful, clean, straight left and some beautiful uppercuts. Yes, sir. But Devin Haney was never wobbly leg. Devin Haney was never out on his feet. When Adrian Broner jumped in the ring, you could actually see that he landed one punch in that entire sequence. That was the straight left. And when he threw the other punches, he pushed Devin Haney head down, right? And he wasn't, when Adrian Broner jumped in the ring, he was pushing Devin Haney head down. Devin Haney was pulling his head up. So Devin Haney was able to weather the storm. And Gervonta Tank Davis was trying to knock him out in that sparring session and couldn't. And he shot his load. So the question is, when it all counts under the lights, because y'all love to say, well, if he had on 8-ounce gloves and no headgear, Devin Haney would have been out of there. Well, if we're in a real fight and he shoots his load and can't knock Devin Haney out there, what happens in the end if he quits in a real fight then? Or are you going to say he was out of shape? Because I just proved to you he wasn't out of shape. He shot his load trying to get Devin Haney out of there. So it's safe to say he typically monitors how many punches he throws so he don't shoot his loads in actual fights. He fights at a very comfortable pace, not a high pace. So he don't fatigue. So you think he can fight at a slow pace against Devin Haney? Or he going to need to do what you saw him do in this sparring session, which is be extremely aggressive and attempt to get him out of there? Or is he going to sit back and try to box him? Can't wait to see this fight. It's the biggest fight in boxing. It's the biggest fight in boxing. I can't wait. And that's all I got for y'all. Make sure you hit the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue signing off. I'm gone. Peace.